PitchGrounders, we are live with a webinar about ShareDocView. In this webinar, we're going to go through the use cases of ShareDocView and how you can use this software to your advantage. We have the founders with us. We're going to walk you through the product. We're going to show you how to use this product in the best possible manner. So we have people joining in from different places, and we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Facebook group, Periscope. If anyone watches from Periscope, say hello in the comment section down below. I want to see who's watching us from Periscope. We have 2 viewers from Periscope. That is truly interesting. So welcome to the webinar. And in this webinar, we're going to, as I said before, we're going to walk you through ShareDocView, which provides analytics to your shared documents. It wasn't possible before. Right now, it is. So let's wait for more people to join in. And that's why let's do a 30-second countdown for people to join in. We are back. That's right. We are back with the webinar for ShareDocView. And ShareDocView is a software that lets you get analytics over shared documents. Whether you share it with your colleagues or whether you share it with your leads, you get all the analytics. And not just the data and analytics. Ask yourself, do you want to have control over the documents after you send it or after you attach it to the email? You saw Val's video. I'm going to show the Val's video once again. If you haven't seen it, do you want to have control over the documents once you attach it to the email and send it to the client, or the documents had any mistake? It's so hard to, again, go back to your lead, tell him that, hey, I'm sorry, I made a mistake in the document. It's embarrassing too, right? And that makes me want to ask you, do you want to have the power to edit documents that you already sent it? Yes, documents that you've already sent it to anyone over the email without, if proofreading it or checking it or whatever reason that is. Also, do you want to collect, not keeping these 2 use cases aside? Yes, you're getting analytics, but do you want to collect email leads from the new visitors for further outreaching? ShareDocView lets you do all that. It's now possible with just a document. And Val explained it beautifully in this video. But before Val, I want to interact with you guys, all the 8 people who are watching this webinar right now, because you're here for a reason. You're here watching this because you're interested in ShareDocView. You're interested to know about this product, how it can help you in your business. And that's what we are here to show you about. And if you're watching this webinar, all the 10 people right now, they're increasing to 15, as I see. Leave a comment down below where you're from. I'm from India. Where are you from? We also have the founder of ShareDocView with us. His name is Vince. Hi, Vince. What's up? How are you doing?
Hey, all good. Pleasure, everybody.
Vince, where are you from?
I'm actually Italian-American.
Awesome. So where do you currently stay?
Now I'm in Europe. Yeah, in Italy.
Okay. So Vince is in Italy. I'm from India. Where are you joining this webinar from? I want to know. Leave a comment down below with your location. Let's see. Where are we reaching this with the live stream? We see India. I'm sorry your name is coming as a Facebook user, but I'm going to reply to you once the webinar is over. Because it's the Facebook group and StreamYard doesn't take in the names from the Facebook group. That's all right. It's a glitch, and I'll make sure I'll reach out to you after this webinar. Where else everyone is joining in from? I can see people joining in from Hungary. That's nice. And
I was there many times. Strongly recommend Budapest. Great place.
Wow. I've only seen these in movies, but yeah, once again, I would just love to go to these places. Omar Latif is from Wales. Nice to see you, Omar.
I was in
Nice to
Cardiff
see you.
once. I was 15. I barely remember anything. I think I met Catherine Jones going in a car like that, saying hi.
Oh, got it. So again, one more user from Hungary. Yes,
Oh,
he says Budapest is great. Awesome. He agrees with you.
great place.
Awesome. So before we get started with this webinar, I respect your time. And that's why at the end of this webinar, I've planned a surprise for all of you guys who have joined in. But before we get on to the surprise, before we go through the use cases that we have presented for you today and how ShareDocView can actually help you in your business, I want to play a quick intro, a Val's video that we have created to promote it. Yes.
We love it.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. 100% discount? Really? This is so generous. Now guess who will cover all the company's losses? You will. The email is sent, it's all over for you now, and you don't have any say about it. You are the worst salesman ever. Our reputation is ruined now. It's all your fault. Wait a minute.
Yes, that's right. You can edit your documents, after you sent it, not just before. If you forgot to proofread, it's all right. Mistakes happen. And that's right. And we've been receiving a ton of comments. Cardiff is the best city in the world. All right. And we have people laughing. Val is the best. Of course, he's the best. That's why he's working at PitchGround. This is better than Avengers. One of the best videos you've ever seen. Thank you so much for all the feedback, guys. But I guess we have wasted a lot of time. Not just wasted, we just spoke a lot. I would like to give the stage all to you, Vince. I've spoken a lot.
No, this was great. Thanks all for this. And yeah, we definitely enjoyed the video. We don't want anybody to go over that, having those nightmares and so on. So really the key thing is that stop attaching documents, use ShareDocView, send links of your documents. So you're in control, you're in charge, you can update it anytime. So you know who viewed your documents, when and for how long. So we can start to view some of the stuff if you want it as well, right? So if you want, we can do that demo right now, or whatever you prefer.
Absolutely. Let's quickly go through what you have in for us today.
Yeah. So basically, the key things that I want to look at is, kind of going in order. Of course, this is our website, and then once you log in, you go on your dashboard and you see what's going on with your different files. But the key thing we want to start looking at first, right, is this was actually the presentation I gave last time in the first webinar. And so you can really find out what happened in terms of views, right? So I was looking at this file, and you can see that I stayed over a minute on the team, right? So you can find out if this slide is very important or not. You can find out if I dropped out after the 9th slide. So maybe this presentation of 36 slides is too long, right? Or you can actually find out if somebody has spent the whole time has seen the whole presentation, right? And then he forgot to close the tab, right? So you can really find out everything. You can even, of course, get their emails if you're asking for that. And then, of course, we already checked that out with Val, what was going on. But let's say that, kind of in this particular document, I had this lifetime deal, February 2021 already. I said 2020, but the year has moved on. So let's say we want to delete this, right? Because March is coming over, right? So all we need to do is kind of Val did, is that we go and update this document, and kind of I already made the change previously, and then you upload the file. And that's it. This basically, once we reloaded, you see this is gone, right? Because maybe I didn't want to be updating this month every time. So I just decided to change it. And so now this has been propagated to all the different links that we have, right? So the updating of a document is super important. Whether it's like you made a mistake and you want to sleep at night like Valerie, or whether there is an update to your product or to your sales presentation or whatever, right? You're in control. Is that all clear? Yeah,
absolutely.
Cool.
And we are also having questions already. And once we send the email, does the receiver open it via any link which mentions the ShareDoc name?
So yeah, the link at this point will be something like this, right? So will be something like app.sharedocview.com. So yes, at this point, yes, but I think that where you're going is that it's an interesting question, and we probably want to add it to our public roadmap. That's on our website, where you guys can also start adding some of the comments on Trello. So I will actually kind of add this right now because I like it. So you're basically asking for domain personalization, correct?
Yes.
Which I think it's a good feature, and this is a new idea, and this is how much we like to listen to users. I worked in Nokia Microsoft for 7 years, so we were always in a big company. It was so hard to get user feedback, and this is amazing doing these webinars and just getting feedback from people right away. So thanks for sharing it. And I really think that is the biggest value. So yeah. And also what's cool is that you'll actually be able to vote on this Trello. So if there's things you feel passionate about, please vote, and we'll be updating this. So I actually saw there are more people joining, so that's cool. So okay, we showed the first couple of things. View. Should I go on, or are there any other questions, by the way?
I think your voice is echoing a bit. He says he can't hear it clearly.
Okay, I'll put some headset on.
Perfect. Yeah. I hope my voice is clear, guys. So As you can see, Vince just added it in the roadmap. So yes, it's live. Give us more feedback because we love feedback that's coming from you.
Absolutely,
If
yeah.
you give us feedback, that's how we improve this product, guys. This comment here gave us that feedback, and we are very quick in implementing it live in front of you. So yes, more feedback is always, always, always welcome. There's nothing called as too much feedback or something. Every feedback is good. We take every feedback really seriously.
Okay. Okay, so I hope this is gonna be better. Let's see. So then going forward, I also had this other situation. So let's assume that a potential investor asked you for your deck, right? But then
Yes.
he behaves terribly, which does happen with investors. Likely we're in the SaaS world. We're not even relying on that. So all you do is that you delete the link, and he's not gonna have any more access to your presentation, and it's gone. That's it, right? You can also delete, obviously, a whole document, right? But in this case, we're not going to do that because we are sharing this document with PitchGround and with other people that we can add, right? So I think that's, again, you're in super control. If you send a PDF, you can't just remove that PDF unless you hack that guy's computer and basically go and remove the file, right? So that's also something really important. And then I think something really important is when you go and create a link, you're in control in terms of do you want it to be public? You're like, do you want anyone to view it, or do you want to ask for an email when they view it, or do you want to? And maybe Mimak, you can go mute actually when you're not speaking, because I think that could be the echo as well. Yeah.
Or yes.
Do you so basically anyone can view public, right? Or email is required to view. Like if you want to look at this document, I need your email. Or you know what? Anyone can view it, but and you can download it as well. Or this is my favorite, the fourth. Anyone can view this document, but if you want to download it, we need your email. And guess what? You cannot just put a bogus email like hello@gmail. You actually might need to verify. You can actually be able to verify that email. So they get an extra email, and then from there, basically they click on a link and they make sure that, hey, this is actually really you. Plus, you can decide to get email notifications for that link. So what's really important, I think this is my favorite. This is definitely like let people see your documents, but try to get their emails. Plus there's the watermark, right? So there's you can actually add a watermark to all your documents for safety and security. And those are already 5 features, but I think kind of Steve Jobs styles, we should do there's kind of one more thing that for specific documents you can also go and export the emails. So in this case, we had just I went on and downloaded documents twice, and so you can see that there's the emails from the visitor. So that's pretty much it with the demo, and maybe we can take any more questions from your side or from anyone in the audience.
Absolutely. So guys, it's such a simple tool. I mean, this is one of the fastest demos for a product that we've had on PitchGround because this tool is really simple. All it does is gives you analytics to all the shared documents. And the question that we've got is, once we send the email, does the receiver open it via any link which mentions ShareDoc name? Yes, the link is called app.sharedoc, as you can see the link. And since personal domain is your preference, we also added to the roadmap. So this tool is really straightforward. Just get the analytics, who has spent time on what. If you're doing a pitch deck to your potential investor, you can see how important that is. It can lead you to streamline your presentation. And if you're just a marketer who just has created a presentation to show it to his viewers, you can get emails from the people who want to view the presentation, and that can be a lead generation. It can act as a lead generation tool as well. So the plans are very simple. 2 plans, $49 and $97. It's very, very simple to use tool, and plans are also really simple. So guys, any questions that you have, just leave them in the comments down below, because we want to answer every question that you got. So let's wait for questions, guys.
And of course, there's like a lot of other features that we haven't mentioned, just because this was about 5 top features plus one that I added. But there's stuff like group reporting. You can actually get kind of all the reports if you're really into analytics of your documents. That's actually can also be extremely important. And I think in general, another question we got was like, how is this different from Google Drive or Dropbox? So kind of Google Drive, Google Docs, Google Slides, it's more about creating the documents. They're very good at that. We don't do any of creating and collaboration on that. We just do the sharing, right? And when you share a Google Doc, you share either you need the email of that person to give them edit or viewing access or commenting, or you create a link, but then it's a black box. You don't know who accesses it, right? You have no idea how many slides they've seen. You can't ask them for the email. And that's where we come in. We do that last part, which is actually extremely important.
Absolutely. And guys, all major browsers are supported, like Chrome, Safari, Edge, Opera. All major browsers are completely supported. So you don't have to worry if this link opens in a browser or not. You don't have to worry about that. All major browsers are completely supported. So guys, any more questions, just keep bringing it on, and we are ready to answer all the questions.
Another question we get is like, do I need to install anything? It's like, of course, no, you don't need to install anything. You just go to ShareDocView.com from any browser, any mobile device, tablet, computer, PC, Mac, and it's everything. It's there in the cloud, right? So you don't need to install anything at any point in time.
That means you can access your documents from different places and edit and all that stuff. You need not have any kind of software. So it's ShareDocView supports PDF, Word, and also PowerPoint. That's another interesting point. Yes, PDFs, Words, and PowerPoint, everything is supported. You don't have to worry. If there is any other document that you think we don't have the support for, let us know. Because we've taken feedback really seriously. We'll just add it. We have one more question. We says, will there be a Chrome extension that will allow you to quickly upload a document? Interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something that actually we already have that in the roadmap. So what I would say is that, go to our website. At the bottom, you find the link to the Trello roadmap, and then you can go and vote on the Google Chrome extension.
Absolutely. Guys, the roadmap is public. It's just in the footer of the website. Just go visit it. You'll see a nice Trello roadmap about all the features that we have planned. You can also vote for features, etc. So do check out. And yes, Chrome extension will be there. It's in the roadmap. Awesome. And any more questions, guys, please bring it on. And if you're watching this webinar, if you've stuck till here, I can already see there are 15 people who are just watching this. Thank you for sticking. That's amazing. Can you tell us about what exact use case you want to use ShareDocView for? Yes. Can you tell us what use case that you want to use it for? And one lucky user who comments, I'm going to give him something. Yes. One lucky user who's going to comment here with a use case with ShareDocView, we're going to give him something. Live in the webinar, by the way. I'm going to announce your name. So comment, guys, nice. Whoever is watching the webinar. So yes, salespeople, marketing, founders, excellent, for founders who are just sharing. I mean, your pitch decks are really important, conveys about your brand. And I would definitely want analytics about who has watched it, for how much time they have watched it, etc. And ShareDocView just solves it all. And God forbid if I made a mistake in my pitch deck and it was a potential investor, I would just screw myself because of a mistake in a PDF document.
And we also haven't talked about like we don't ever send any more attached videos, right? We send a link to a video. We gotta do
True.
the same thing with files, right? They're becoming bigger and bigger, and just you have to upload them many times, and people have to download them again. Like, no, keep it in the cloud. Keep it easier.
Absolutely. Everything's moving on to cloud. Let your documents be on the cloud as well. Why bother about Google Docs, permissions, not able to track the analytics anymore, like who's watching the document, etc. Not having control over your document. That is, I would like to personalize every document, and this is such a better way to do it. So let's see any more comments. Yes, the roadmap is accessible. It's in the footer of the ShareDocView website, sharedocview.com, and you can access it.
Yeah, and anyone can really comment on the different topics and vote, so we can actually understand what are the most important stuff. This is going to be really key.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm going to quickly be sharing my screen where I'm going to show you the different plans. And by the way, this is the ShareDocView Facebook group. You can join it. You can ask for features if they're important to you, a domain personalization, or maybe adding more documents or any other feature you like. Click on join the group right now after this, and you can quickly join the group. Yes. Now I can go to the lifetime deal page. Two plans, guys, really simple. $49, $97, that's it. I'm not gonna go through every single detail over here. You're intelligent enough to read through it. But if you have questions, if not in the webinar, you can go ask them in the discussions tab, and we answer all your questions, guys. Yes, all of your questions. You can also ask in the live in the webinar right now. But if you're watching the replay of this webinar, I would highly suggest go make a post on Facebook group, on PitchGround Facebook group as well. Wherever you ask us a question, we're ready to answer any question that you have. A simple, straightforward tool that you have for this. Absolutely. So any more questions? I will, yeah. Perfect.
I think another question we get a lot is again, why on Google Drive? Is that Google Drive is usually millions of files, and when you're with the team, it's really hard to figure out what was that file that I'm supposed to share with them. And instead, with ShareDocView, it becomes the safe space where you put the files that need to be shared, right? So you really cannot make more of those mistakes. You don't waste as much time as on Google Drive, because Google Drive, you tend to add so many files, and it's really hard to keep the files organized.
Absolutely. And you're talking to a user who uses Google Drive every single day to manage all the work that we do with our graphic designers, with our clients, etc. And yep, it becomes hard to organize, especially if you have so many files that you're doing. And this is a better alternative. So guys, if there are no more questions, I guess the deal is very clear. Simple to use tool that gives you analytics, lets you get email leads, gets you in-depth analytics, not just analytics, and also notifies you on your email as to who accessed the document. I was testing it out the other day myself, and I'll search for my Gmail here. Let me check it. ShareDocView. Oh, oops, my screen isn't shared. Let me share it here. So yes, I'm going to go to ShareDocView, and I got an email like somebody is looking at your document. I was like, OMG. I was in the middle of some work. I didn't really notice who I share my documents with, and it's just somebody's looking at my document. And it's like a pretty catchy subject line. I'm like, okay, what's this? Yes, I get the email like, hi there. This particular email is looking at the document. That is really interesting. I mean, this is new to me. I've never, no tool on the internet I've probably discovered that can do this until ShareDocView. Yes, that was really interesting that I got it.
Yeah, I loved how when I was talking to Valerie about the video, he was literally like going like, "Oh my God, are you serious? You actually can do that? Wow, that's like genius." I was like, yeah, that felt pretty good. So it's good to hear that, obviously people get it and need it and so on. Once you start using it, you'll never stop, because it's you can't just throw document in a blank hole and have no idea what's happening to your documents. You need control, you need those emails, so on and so forth. Those email notifications, which we haven't spoken about, but there's that as well.
True.
And it goes on.
Guys, we use email usually for professional communication. For friends, etc., we use WhatsApp. It's fine if we make some other mistakes, etc. It's all right. We're all friends in the end. But for professional communication, this can be, if you make any mistake, just like how Val made 100% discount, that's ridiculously a costly mistake. So you can edit those documents, and this lets you have more control over the kind of documents you can share and edit and view, and just is different experience altogether. Yes, we have more comments coming in. Okay, so people in different cities, I think they have discovered that they're from the same city in the comments. Nice. Amazing. Awesome. So guys, whoever is watching this webinar right now, comment your name down below. I want to see who's watching this. I can see Omar Latif. I can see Mark. I can see a fellow Welshman. I can't see your name. It's Facebook user, but please comment your name, and I want to see who's watching this webinar right now. Yes, Omar is here. Awesome. Let me go quickly to Facebook group and see who's watching this webinar. Yes, that's Simon Rowe. Awesome. And Josna Sharma. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining in this webinar. So, perfect. I guess that's it for this webinar, guys. If you have any more questions, you can leave them. And by the way, ShareDocView use cases videos, we prepared 2-3 minute use cases videos for ShareDocView. I'll share this link with you after the webinar is done. It's live on YouTube. You can just go watch it. And if you haven't caught the webinar, if you're watching the replay, I suggest you watch that. But this tool is pretty simple to understand. And yes. Now they're talking and discussing like, hey, what's up? Wow, truly. I mean,
we all need places to network, so that's good, especially since we can't travel for so long.
Yeah, truly. I mean, this is the first time I've seen that people are networking. They've discovered they're from similar city. I always in the webinars ask people like, okay, comment your city, because I just want to know like where this stream is actually reaching. But this is the first time that people are just connecting over. If I wish I was in the same city too, we would be doing webinar. I would have invited, sit beside me, do the webinar together. That would be really awesome. Actually inviting a fellow customer to a webinar. That would be great. Anyway, so I guess that's it for the webinar. And Vince, any last words before we end our webinar?
No, we love any feedback. The roadmap is public. Actually, thanks to PitchGround for giving us some good advice in terms of, making that roadmap. I've seen it before with some great SaaS companies sharing the roadmap on Trello. So we decided to use Trello since it's so beautiful and easy to use. And you can just, with one click, vote on the stuff and just let us know in the live chat if you have anything. You'll be chatting directly to the team. And so, we mentioned about this Google Chrome extension that was mentioned. This was new today from this domain personalization. And that's nice. I guess this is like people that are adding themselves and so on, and then that like it with their votes. So that's very nice. It's good to see the votes in here.
Amazing. Guys, go out there and vote. The roadmap. If you cannot copy this link, it's in the footer of the ShareDocView.com website. It's public. You don't have to search for it. It's just available on the PitchGround deal page as well. Guys, add in your futures. because you are investing in your money. You're putting down your money. We want to serve you better, whatever features that you would love to see, because this product is totally for you. Yes, we have. Yep, no more comments. I thought that.
And actually, this is like increasing from last time, because last time in the first webinar they asked about the ability to process payments and the ability to sign documents, which I think it's going to be right on top of our roadmap for going forward. So of course, as you guys know, fellow SaaS founders building products, the way we do roadmap release is that we figure out consumer benefits, how hard it is to do technically, right? Any dependencies, and we do a really detailed analysis. But definitely consumer demand and your votes are super important.
But one doubt that every lifetime deal customer, I've seen this with every lifetime deal customer, is that will these features in the roadmap, as a lifetime deal customer, will I get access to these future updates?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. We definitely wanna keep the plans and keep giving them good stuff, since they've been like to the early users and early adopters, because it's not just users, but really it's like supporters and people are giving us that feedback, and that's what's helping us improve every day, and that's what we love.
Guys, you heard it from the man himself. He's saying all the updates which are being added to live in front of you in the public roadmap will be given to the LTD users. It's not like any other LTD where you have to pay extra for all the future updates. No, all these features will be available to you on a lifetime deal. That means your value is just going to appreciate a lot more with your investment. You're only paying for the features which you have right now, but all the features which are upcoming will also be added to you. And as an LTD buyer myself, this is amazing. I'm sure if you're watching this webinar right now, you are thrilled to hear this as well. So that's the sales page, guys, and it's up to you. You can just go in, grab the code, and join the Facebook group of ShareDocView, or discuss it in our PitchGround group as well. With any questions you have, add into the roadmap, give us feedback, because all these features will be added to your account completely free of cost. No more upgradation charges or anything like that. Yep. You guys are in early, you get the benefits of the early adopter. That's what is the advantage of being an early adopter. Awesome. So I guess that's it for this webinar, and thank you so much for joining in. And if you have any doubts, you know where to reach us. We are literally everywhere, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, it's at PitchGround. You can just message us, or you can contact ShareDocView on their website. And yep. And Vince is also in the Facebook group as well. So yes. Don't be
on the live chat if you have any questions, or like on the Facebook groups. And Minak, I love your constant smiling and positive energy. It's definitely something that we need these days. So we like the green of ShareDocView, which has a lot of hope around that color, that we all need to keep having. But don't rely on hope when you attach a document. Use ShareDocView.
That's a nice way to end it. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you very much.